From your hyper-local weather source, this is your Norcast Weather Update.
Brought to you by L&J Electrical Contractors. Their trained residential service technicians always deliver prompt, effective solutions to ensure a job well done. Call John at 609-703-7413 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Brittany Trumpy here. Hopefully you got to get all of your errands done early on because travel is just not going to be a great option for the rest of this afternoon and into this evening. Over the next hour or so, we're going to see the rain really intensify, and then by overnight tonight, the buckets of rain start to kind of dump over our area and the really strong wind is on the way. So it's just a great night to stay home, hunker down, and kind of avoid the bad weather if you can. Here are what our major concerns are with this system. We've been talking about the really strong wind gusts that we're expecting over the next few hours. We're talking 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts, sustained winds a little bit lower than that down on the coastline right along the water. You're possibly going to be seeing over 60 mile per hour wind speeds, closer to maybe 66, 67, maybe even 70 mile per hour wind speeds with this system, particularly just along the shore. Everyone is going to see a whole lot of rain. We're talking 1.5 to 3.5 inches of rain overnight tonight into tomorrow. Isolated higher totals could be over 4 inches. We're going to have a lot of issues with down tree lines and isolated power outages just because between the water itself and the strong wind gusts, those trees just don't have much to hold on to. They're going to kind of fall over, relatively easy speaking. So we're very concerned about the power outages for tomorrow, and we're also still concerned about minor flooding. Some of those rivers are already pretty high. And the extra water is going to pick those levels up pretty quickly, and coastal flooding is also a concern. So here's a look at the timetable that we're looking at. Expected rainfall intensity. Right now, or pretty much over the past couple of hours, we've been seeing widespread light to moderate rain. Over the next hour or so, the rain rates will start to pick up. We'll see the heavy rain, and then of course the flooding on the way. I would say probably after about midnight is where the rain sort of starts to overwhelm our area. Here's a look at our current kind of radar situation. The low pressure itself still out towards St. Louis. It's not even going to get close to our area, but you can still see a lot of moisture wrapping up north and kind of east and even south of that area. Out down towards the Carolinas, they're dealing with some pretty strong thunderstorms. Here, widespread heavy rain. The timing of our biggest band of rain, that's going to be around 10 o'clock through till about midnight. And you can see it right there, crossing through Philadelphia and heading towards the coast. I would say by about 1 a.m., that potential squall line, that strong line of moisture, will be sitting just off the coast. And then after that, from about 2 to 3 a.m., we actually start to dry out. That's the one silver lining with this system, is the moisture does clear out pretty quick, for us at least. Other spots, not as lucky. So what are we talking about expected rainfall? Well, here across South Jersey, a quick 2.5 to 3 inches is likely. North Jersey, up towards New York, southern New England, I'm talking Rhode Island, Connecticut, could be closer to almost 5 inches of rain. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of flooding along I-95 all the way from New Jersey up towards Rhode Island and Boston. A lot of water on the way and really just nowhere for it to go because we have seen a very soggy pattern. We have coastal flood advisories as well as flood watches and warnings going on for all of New Jersey, portions of Delaware, as well as areas down towards Maryland, and this is really what we're looking at. So it's not really the beach or the ocean facing waterways that we're too concerned about. Now we do have that onshore flow. That wind direction is pushing that tide in towards the beaches, but really you're more in the minor category. It is the waterways that are kind of connected to the Delaware River and the bay that are in more under the gun kind of situations. We're going to expect major flooding along the Delaware River, stretching from about the Raritan all the way back down towards Wilmington. All of those rivers that kind of feed into the Delaware or extend in that direction, going to be inundated with a whole lot of water. Again, that 4 to 5 inches across North Jersey. I wouldn't be surprised if up towards Rutgers, the Raritan is riding high already and continues to flood. I went to Rutgers. I'm familiar with that waterway. If you live in and around New Brunswick, be prepared for that. Down across South Jersey, moderate flooding down along the Delaware Bay, down towards Marica River, Smyrna, that sort of area. Again, a lot of water being forced into the bay, so really nowhere for it to go, so that water is going to be higher. Let's talk about the wind. Okay, so we have a high wind warning for areas along the coast, just further inland, kind of the mainland up towards the city. Across northern Delaware, you are seeing advisories for very strong wind gusts. Let's look at some of those numbers. Okay, so timing-wise, it's already very windy out there. You're already seeing gusts of about 40 to 50 miles an hour down along the coastline and near the water. Those numbers are going to climb over the next few hours. I would say peak wind is going to be probably around 11:30 to about 12:30. That's when we're seeing that chance for those closer to almost 70 mile per hour wind gusts on the way. Tomorrow morning, we are still staying very breezy with those winds still peaking at about 30 to 40 miles an hour on the back end of the system. And then hopefully Wednesday evening into Thursday, we'll finally start to really settle down and hopefully see some quieter conditions on the way. So here's a breakdown of what to expect area by area. Again, right along the coast, you're definitely in that 55 to 65, maybe plus range right along the water, slightly further to the north and to the west, you're 45 to 55 in and around the city. Kind of west of the city, you're going to be looking at 35 to 45, and then as you travel even further inland into central PA, those numbers really start to fall off, but still very windy across pretty much the entire northeast. Now Wednesday, again, those rain showers should be done and over with by about 3 a.m., so the rest of the day we look dry, but we'll still see lingering clouds, and it will be breezy. So as far as cleanup goes, not the best, not the worst opportunity to get some of those power line fixed. Again, you don't want those cherry pickers going up if the wind is kind of howling. Thursday looks beautiful. Some sunshine on the way. Friday, we're seeing a chance for some rain on the way. What was Saturday's system might be moving a little bit quicker and affecting us on Friday. And then next week, we track another system on the way. We just have a conveyor belt of storms at this point. But temperatures will be cooler next week. We're going to see some colder air move in for the second half of the weekend, and that might give us a chance a little bit of some snow and maybe a wintry mix for Monday. Okay, I hope you guys stay safe. Again, just kind of hunker down and try to stay at home and weather this storm with us over the next couple of hours. We're going to keep you up to date pretty constantly for the rest of this evening and into early tomorrow morning.